Hi, I'm Alonzo Duralde, Film Reviews Editor for The Wrap with film reporter Lucas Shaw. Opening in theaters and on demand this Friday, July 4th is Life Itself, a new documentary based on the memoir by late film critic Roger Ebert. The film premiered at Sundance this year, where you saw it.
Yeah, and it was a unique screening because I think it was the first time Sundance had ever done this, where they also live streamed it to the people who'd contributed to the Indiegogo campaign.
Right.
It's a really lovely movie.
Well, it's definitely a movie for people who love movies and who love movie critics. Bless you all. It's a hard movie to kind of evaluate in a not that film criticism is ever completely objective, but I think if you are a working film critic in America today, you already have some feeling about Roger Ebert, and so it's kind of hard to sort of take a look at this and assess the film for what it is. For the most part, I found it really powerful, very moving, and a really interesting, look at a fascinating life. And it just really went through a lot of stuff. I would have liked more on certain areas. For example, Roger spent years in South Africa when he was a college student, and he wrote about that a lot, and that's not really mentioned in the film at all. And the bits that we get about the Gene Siskel period are so interesting that you almost want a whole movie just about that.
Yeah. They show you just what a fraught relationship it was, and yet how much love there was still at the same time. Steve James showed Roger's warts.
Roger was a good addition, but he also could take it. He is a nice guy, but he's not that nice.
Whether it was his alcoholism, whether it was his feuding with Gene Siskel, you got a sense of his complete life, which is what you want when you're telling a story of someone that everyone knows was famous and successful and great in many ways.
Yeah, we want to find out the parts we didn't know. Roger's relationship with Chaz obviously is really a foundation of the film. By the time Steve James started shooting, Roger was already hospitalized, was already communicating through a laptop, and you just see how devoted Chaz was to him through that really difficult period and all the way through the end of Roger's life.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you find that most critics feel positively about it?
Oh yeah, it's currently something like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think even the one guy that didn't like it sort of didn't hate it, and acknowledges that it's well made and that it's an interesting subject. So check it out, and you can read my full review at The Wrap.